Hello and welcome to One-on-One. I am your host, Camelia Soltani, and today I'm joined with my special guest, Mr. Soheil Gorji. We are currently at ITD, the Institution of Technology and Development, which Mr. Gorji is the founder of. Thank you so much for having me and joining me today for this interview.
My pleasure.
What drove you to open this institution?
Well, my educational background is computer science, but before even I start computer science, I've always helping people with their studies. Even when I was at high school or in the middle school, I was helping my friends with math and physics and whatever courses that they couldn't be excelled in. So I figured that I could be a good teacher, and then after I graduated, kind of half of my life was engaged in teaching professionally this time, and then after a while I decided to open my own institution.
What year was ITD founded in?
1999 was the first time that I actually registered a company in Canada. I myself moved to Canada in 1997, and when I came here I had a bachelor's degree in computer science, but I decided I want to continue, so I got admitted at UBC. I finished my master's at 2000, and it was at that time, while I was a student myself in a graduate school, I decided that I want to really open my school.
What do you teach here?
Well, it started with computer science, obviously, because that was my background, but over the years I decided to add other courses here as well, including, we have like 5 departments right now. We have Department of Management, which has 2 different diplomas under it. We have Department of Hospitality with 1 diploma. We have Department of Information Technology with 28 different diplomas. We have Department of Languages with 6 different diplomas under it, and we have the Department of Art with 4 different diplomas.
What is your role here at ITD?
Well, I am a senior educational administrator, as well as sometimes I work as an instructor as well. So some courses I teach, but my main role is just creating the policy or educational policy of this school. So I am the senior educational administrator.
What makes your school so unique?
Well, it's probably years of experience in teaching. What I figured ever since I started teaching is that all the schools, they lack at least something to create successful graduates. So I started researching what makes a graduate successful. So I figured that if you're in Canada, for one thing, they want you to have Canadian experience, and they want your language abilities to be good. So I decided to make our programs in a way that we help people with their English abilities before we admit them, and then we admit them into co-op programs, which they spend about half of their time of study working in the exact same field that they're studying. So by the time that they're graduated, they have an experience, they have a resume, and I get them to work on real life projects. So they have a very rich portfolio when they're done. So that makes us very unique that way.
I see you've also provided many different languages. What are they?
There are, like, we get students from everywhere, so they speak in very many different languages, and sometimes they have interest to learn other languages. We have people that they're studying in French, or Italian, Russian, Persian, obviously, that's my background, and on top of my head, Portuguese, and some other ones.
How many of your students are international?
The entire population of our students is divided almost evenly between local and internationals. We're like leaning a little bit more toward internationals. We have 60% of our students international, and about 40% are local.
What are some of the requirements to get into ITD?
Well, we have 2 major requirements. Number 1 is language ability. They have to have IELTS 6 or something equivalent to it. If they cannot do it, we have a level assessment test that it is available on our website. People can take it online, and then when they come in, we actually take that test again, because we don't know how they did it when they were in their own country. But they have to meet our requirements of intermediate before we can admit them. That's the first and the most important one. Secondly, we want them to have finished high school or something equivalent to that, and they have to be legal in Canada in terms of visa, and perhaps if they have studied a course or a program somewhere else, we want to have their transcript and anything that they show us that they have completed something.
What did you look for when you hired your faculty and staff members?
Well, I'm looking for two things. Number one is obviously they have to be specialized in whatever they're going to teach, but that is not enough. They have to be teachers as well. There's a lot of people that they know what they're doing, but they don't have the knowledge to transfer it. So we have a lot of good engineers, but they can't be good teachers. So what I want is a degree or certificate in whatever they're teaching, plus 2 years experience as a teacher. And I also actually provide them some trainer courses, like professional development, in order to create a coherent environment for our teachers. I want all of them to be the same.
How many other locations do you have?
I have one other location in North Vancouver at the moment, and there is one in downtown Vancouver.
Do you have any plans to expand in the future?
Absolutely. My plan is, I have a long-term plan, and the plan is by 2030, I want to be the largest private polytechnic in Canada. So I'm looking to be like BCIT in private.
How can students apply?
Well, we have made it really easy. We have created a lot of web applications that the students can do everything on our website. Like I told you, if you go to our website, there is a link called Admissions, and one item under that link is the English assessment test, the level assessment test. So they can take it within 24 hours. We actually tell them what level they are at. Then after that, there is another link which tells them about fees and dates, the start dates, fees, what they can get. There is another link that tells them exactly what they're going to be studying while they're here. And there is another link that they can apply online. So if they are even international, they can upload the first page of their passport, and within 2 business days, we're giving them the letter of acceptance if they qualify.
Thank you. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining me, Mr. Gorji, and I hope the future brings you a lot of success. Do you have any more information that if students would like to know?
I would encourage them to actually go check our website. Anything that they want is already in our website. So, and if they have any more questions that they feel unclear on the website, they can email us at study@itdcanada.ca, and we'd be gladly, my marketing team would contact them within a few hours.
Well, thank you. You can also visit us at OneOnOne.ca. My name is Camelia Soltani. Thank you for watching.